Yerp. Yerp. Yes, sir. What it is, Yerp Nation. Welcome back to Rail with a sports opinion. Thank you for stopping by the channel. Today, we will be doing our NFL Week 2 pick recap. And then we'll be dropping our NFL Week 3 picks, both straight up and against the point spread. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start with last week's pick, shall we? We'll go straight up first, right? So on the straight up, Washington over the Giants was a W for me, picking Washington over the Giants. 49ers over the Eagles was a W as well. Bengals lost to the Bears. I did pick the Bengals over the Bears. They lost that one. Browns over the Colts was a W. Browns over the Texans was a W. Rams over the Colts was a W. Bills over the Dolphins was a W. And the Patriots over the Jets was a W. The Steelers lost to the Raiders. I did pick the Steelers to win that game, but they did lose to the Raiders, which sucks, but whatever. Panthers over the Saints was a W. Remember, I picked the Panthers to be my sleeper team out of the NFC. Broncos over Jags was a W. Cardinals over Vikings, another W. Bucks over Falcons was just a given W. I picked the Chargers over the Cowboys. They came close, but they lost at the last second field goal, 20-17. But Chargers, remember, are my damn pick for the sleeper team in the AFC. I lost that one. Titans over the Seahawks was a W. What a great game, Titans and Seahawks. If you didn't watch that game, man, oh my goodness. That shit came down to the wire. What a good game. Chiefs over Ravens, another great game. I'm sorry, but Patrick Mahomes is like almost at Tom Brady level where you just don't bet against him. So I did not go against Patrick Mahomes. Ravens did a great job pulling that game out, but I just could not pull myself to pick the Ravens over the Chiefs, especially with how the Ravens have played their first 2 games. But the Ravens got it done, so I did take an L on that one. And the Packers over the Lions was a W. So on my straight up for last week, I was 12-4, which is not bad. That would have won me a few football sheets if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I was 12-4 overall. As far as all together between week 1 and week 2, I am 21-11 on the straight up. So I'm pretty good winning percentage. You know, I'm there on the straight up. Now let's move over to the point spread from last week. The picks against the point spread from last week. I had Washington by negative. I had Washington with as the favorite, -3.5. They did not cover that, so they lost that one. I had the 49ers as the favorite, -3.5. They covered that one, so I won that one. I had the Bengals +3. They lost, so of course, and they lost by more than 3, so I lost that one. I picked the Texans, right, with the +12.5, and I actually won that one. I think the Texans lost by 10. So I did pick them with the +12.5, and I won that one. I picked the Rams with the -4, with the -4, and they won the game by 3. So yeah, I lost that one. I picked the Bills over the Dolphins with the Bills being the favorite with -3.5, and I won that one. Bills beat the Dolphins 35-0. Picked the Patriots over the Jets with the 5.5 favorite. So -5.5, and I won that one. I picked the Raiders. So this is the weird one. So I picked the Steelers to win this game, but I picked the Raiders to keep it close. I picked the Raiders with the +5.5 on the point spread, and I won that one with the point spread. Lost it straight up, but won it with the point spread. I picked the Panthers +3.5 over the Saints. Won that one. Got to pick the Broncos -6.5 over the Jags. Won that one. Picked the Cardinals -4.5 over the Vikings, and the Cardinals squawked. I don't even think squawked is a word, but it sounds good. And the Cardinals squawked out of there with a 1-point win, so I lost that one. I picked the Bucks -12.5, and I won that one. I picked the Chargers as well, -3 points, and I lost that one. They actually lost by 3. I picked the Titans +5.5 points, and I lost that one. The Titans only won by 1 point, if I'm not mistaken. I picked the Chiefs -3.5, and the Chiefs lost the game. And I picked the Lions I picked the Lions +11. I thought the Lions would keep it close with the Packers, but just didn't end up that way. So for my picks against the point spread, I was 8-8 for week 2, which pushes me to 15-1 against the point spread. So against the point spread, I am even right now, 15-1. You couldn't get more even than even is. So I mean, if I bet on every last one of these games, I bet the same amount of money on every last one of these games for week 1 and week 2, I broke even. I did not win any money. I did not lose any money. So let's talk about our ballers from last week, NFL week 2. Let's talk about our ballers on offense. Now, again, I gotta put these disclaimers in here because I know how crazy y'all can get in the comments. Listen, this is my list of ballers. If you don't like my list of ballers, go make your own list of ballers. But in the comment section below, let me know who was your ballers and who was your top dog baller of the day. All right, so my ballers on offense was quarterback Derek Carr. He went 28 of 37 for 382 yards and 2 touchdowns and no interceptions against the Steelers in a pivotal win for them to move to 2-0 on the season. At wide receiver, I had Cooper Kupp, who had 9 receptions, 163 yards, and 2 touchdowns in a win for the Rams over the Colts. And then, of course, Derrick Henry with 35 carries, 182 yards, 3 touchdowns, 6 receptions, and 55 yards. And for my big top dog baller on offense for the week, of course, it's King Henry, man. 35 carries, 182 yards, 3 touchdowns, 6 receptions for 55 yards. He did it all. He kept his team in the game. He put them up. And they would not have won that game without Derrick Henry. So Derrick Henry is the big top baller of the week on offense. My ballers on defense. How about Danielle Hunter for the Vikings? He had 7 tackles and 3 sacks. Safety Mike Edwards for the Bucks. He had 4 tackles, 2 interceptions, and ran both them interceptions bite for the tug. And linebacker Roquan Smith, who had 8 tackles, interception, and he ran that one back for a tug. But my big top baller on defense for NFL Week 2 goes to safety Mike Edwards from the Buccaneers with 4 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 2 touchdowns. Before those 2 pick sixes, this game against the Falcons was kind of closer than many thought it would have been. But his 2 back-to-back pick sixes just pushed the game further out. So those are my ballers and my big top ballers of the week. Y'all let me know yours down in the comments. And now, my people, let's move on to week 3. Week 3. And in week 3, I will start with my straight up picks. So let's go through them. Straight up, I have the Panthers winning over the Texans. I think the Panthers are on fire right now. I'm going to repeat it until they prove me otherwise. But this is my sleeper team to make some noise in the NFC this year. I got the Panthers over the Texans. I got the Bills over Washington. I just think Washington with the quarterback situation isn't going to win many games. And it sucks. This is an extremely talented team. Just think they're a quarterback away from putting them as one of the best in the NFC East, let alone the NFC, right? I have the Browns over the Bears. I don't really think I need to explain much there. I mean, I think the Browns are just playing a better football than the Bears. Andy Dalton, don't really like him at quarterback at the Bears. So, yeah, Browns over Bears. Ravens over the Lions. That's pretty much explanatory. We're just going right to the next one. Titans over Colts. I do think the Colts can keep this one close to 3 quarters, but ultimately I think the Titans pull away by at least 10 points or more on that one. Chiefs over Chargers. I went back and forth because guys know how I feel about the Chargers this year. I went back and forth on this one, but I think the Chiefs just have a little bit more firepower than the Chargers can handle. But I do think the Chargers keep this closer than people think. I have the Chiefs by 1 touchdown. Got the Patriots over the Saints. Self-explanatory. Patriots have one of the best defensive backfields in NFL. Shout out to my boy J.C. Jackson, hometown kid. He was born and raised in the same hometown I was born and raised, Immokalee, Florida. Small town with only about 20,000 people. Same town that produced Edgerrin James. Same town that produced Minnesota Vikings current cornerback Mackenzie Alexander. Atlanta Falcons current DT, Dejan Sanat. And Cleveland Browns running back Dearness Johnson. Oh, we all come from the same town, man. So big up to those guys. But I think the Patriots secondary may give Jameis Winston fits this week. So I got the Patriots over the Saints. This game here, be honest with you, I just any, mini, miny mode. Catch a tiger by his toe if you holler, let him go. And I came up with the Falcons over the Giants. And that's my pick, and I'm going to stick beside it. Next pick. Steelers over Bengals, pretty self-explanatory. Bengals looked a little not so well. I mean, I know things can change week to week. This is the NFL, but the Bengals didn't look impressive last week, so I'm going Steelers over the Bengals. Cardinals over Jags, self-explanatory. Moving on to the next. Broncos over Jets, self-explanatory. Moving on to the next. Raiders over Dolphins, no Tua. Raiders easily. Rams over Bucks. I think Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald can cause enough confusion and enough chaos to where they can pull the upset off of the Bucks. So I'm going Rams over Bucks. Seahawks over Vikings. The spread on this, the spread wasn't that big. And I'm trying to figure out why, but I like the Seahawks over the Vikings big time in this game. 49ers over Packers. I like my 49ers 27-21 in this game. If you're a Niner fan, you can check out my preview video that's dropping on Thursday of this game. But I like the 49ers over the Packers. And Cowboys over the Eagles. I do love the Eagles defense. I just think the Cowboys have a lot more firepower on offense than we did as 49ers, being with all our injuries and stuff like that and our situation at wide receiver. So I'm going Cowboys over Eagles. So those are my straight up picks. Panthers over Texans, Bills over Washington, Browns over Bears, Ravens over Lions, Titans over Colts, Chiefs over Chargers, Patriots over Saints, Falcons over Giants, Steelers over Bengals, Cardinals over Jags, Broncos over Jets, Raiders over Dolphins, Rams over Bucks, Seahawks over Vikings, 49ers over Packers, and Cowboys over Eagles. And now, my friends, let's move over to the point spread, right? And against the point spread, I am going with the Panthers, -8. The Bills, -8.5. The Browns, -7. The Ravens, -8. The Titans, -5. The Chiefs, -6.5. New England, -3. The Falcons, +3. The Steelers, -3. The Cardinals, -7.5. The Jets, +10.5. The Raiders, -3.5. The Rams, +1. The Seahawks, -1.5. The 49ers, -3.5. And the Cowboys, -4.5. And just some quick tidbits. I do think the Broncos will beat the Jets, but I think the Jets may play a little better this week and keep it below 10 points. Or at least below 10.5 points. So I do think the Broncos win by 10. Also, any other ones I picked over the... no, that's about it. Everybody else I held chalk to my straight up picks this week. So you guys can check that out. So yeah, straight up, I am 21-11 overall. Against the point spread, I am 15-15-1 so far this season. The reason why the number is an odd number is because I did not do a pick for last Thursday's game. So that's why you get that odd number there. But for the first Thursday's game. So that's why you get that odd number there. But yeah, 21-11 straight up and 15-15-1 against the point spread. You guys, please let me know what your picks are straight up and what they are against the point spread in the comments. Remember to like, share, follow, subscribe, hit the notification button, do all that stuff in Europe Nation. You already know I'm real, and I have a damn sports opinion. Signing out.